experience we already have. One of the important things is also to size our industry, which is right now not available. Some of the figures float around in several reports, what is the size of the design industry. And you can see there is some mismatches do appear. For example, animation industry is 4,000 crores, fashion industry is 1,000 crores, and industrial design industry is pegged at 200 crores only, employing only 5,000 people. But if you look at the other fact, which is engineering outsourcing services, which are meant to reach right now 8 billion, and probably they'll be hitting 45 billion. You can't even count the number of zeros if you convert into rupees by 2020. Now, if you see that the trend in engineering outsourcing industry is already moving towards comprehensive offers, comprehensive in a sense from concept to manufacturing or complete service offering, it is already moving into now from the bits and parts and from 2D to 3D conversion that was earlier practice. If you take this industry size and you say that out of the entire industry, around 25% you can discount because the aerospace industry and not designers probably can't play much role in that. But other 40%, which is 20% is automotive and the consumer durables, 20% each. If you take that part also, and you say out of the available now market size, if you just take 10%, it is a huge number still. So I think there is something in the projections. I think we shouldn't go by looking at the number of design companies working already or the captive design studios. There is a huge potential right now untapped. Somewhere it needs to be blown up and maybe played in the forums like this. So size is one important factor, and the second important thing is what we need. It was meant to come one by one, but because I can't play it on the projector, you'll have to read it all together, is there has been a national design policy in place for several years. I think the granular level implementation has been almost not seen, at least not seen from the table I sit on. So apart from what kind of promotion we are doing of the design and the design trainings and the lower level visibility, I think a lot needs to be done on that side. Another important thing for industry to take shape is also some bit of patronage which is needed. And the projects which have taken shape like Aadhaar and Rupee, Aadhaar's logo was designed by one of people like us. And Rupee symbol has been discussed in the morning, and it was also then promoted as an Indian design later on as well. So some of the projects like this, we are right now spending millions and billions on infrastructure, on bridges and airports, and there's no trace. I think Amit is here, probably he'll talk about Incubus's role in the airport, some of the icons which are being done there, but we don't see any mention in the public forums of how design either should be involved or design can change certain face of things. There have been questions on Bangalore airport, why does it look like any other drab other airport? And why doesn't it have a local identity like a Thimphu airport of Bhutan has, a thing like this? So some of those questions are pressing questions which are actually probably questions of mature economy, and we need to probably walk towards that and make them more visible. And I think government and policy level, policy holders, people who affect policies need to take note of this. One important part of the entire thing is that design always remains very intangible, not articulated kind of thing, and where design quality measurement needs to take shape. In terms of some indices must be there. I think the European governments spend a lot of money in identifying that our GDP grew at least 5% more because of the input of design, thing like this, and which we don't have available in India. We also need to differentiate now. Time has come when the strategic thinking on design, that what to do question, has to be separated out from how to do, which is a design doing part, which is beautiful drawing, beautiful models, beautiful colors. That's design doing part. I think there's two streams should be separated, and maybe new nomenclature must be evolved if we have a chance to do that. Patronage infrastructure, which is right now we were discussing the numbers in China, which is 30,000 designers in maybe Beijing alone, or maybe some numbers which we can't even think of. But also we must understand that Seoul and Beijing both have several design exhibition halls and maybe buildings to welcome designers or the work of betterment which is taking shape for this for the city. So things which are spare in infrastructure sometimes, maybe with the public-private partnership or otherwise, should be taken up, which can be sort of look forward venue for everyone. And I think in education there is a change needed from our side. We think maybe this is one of the questions we can later on address in this group as well, that the outcome from the design education which is coming to work for us and maybe for several industries, they don't seem to be professionally ready, according to me, and this could be debated. So some bit of more polish is needed in the overall curriculum. And the last and the most important question, which I struggled in the initial period when we set up Pune Design Foundation and later on as well, and maybe it's not yet answered in the India Design Council properly or the our own ADI, which is right now open as what is design. It's a philosophical question as well as a very, very applied question that right now we are seeing a startup boom in the country. Every one of them is designing an enterprise for themselves. Are they not designers? Are they, if they are giving birth to a new product, new idea, do we not call them designers? Designers are only the people who graduated from certain university, they are designers. So I have my reservations on them, and maybe this is one question we would like to debate on. And with this, I would say thank you for